The next case study is due to Ramsay, quite powerful theory. There are very interesting case studies like this, which one can prove using pigeonhole principle. It says in any group of 6 people, there exist at least 3 mutual friends or at least 3 mutual enemies. For example, you take this. It's a group of 6, and you see that this person, this person, this person. If there is no edge between them, which means they are enemies. If you take these 3, and among these 3, there are no arcs, so 3 mutual enemies. So if you see this as A, B, and C, AB no arc, BC no, CA no, which means there are 3 mutual enemies. So the question says, in a group of 6 you find 3 mutual enemies or 3 mutual friends. For example, if you look at this scheme, now this one, this one, this one, they are 3 mutual friends, correct? And in this, if you take these 2, and can I take third person as this? Suppose I take this, I take this, and this. So this ticked ones, right? They are 3 mutual friends. Fine. And look at the star one. There is no edge between this and this. There is no edge between this and this. No edge between this and this. So the star one is 3 mutual enemies. It only says R, so that's inclusive R. So in a same group of 6, you may have both. You find 3 mutual friends as well as 3 mutual enemies. But there are group of 6 where you find only 3 mutual enemies, but in that you don't find 3 mutual friends. And there are examples where you find 3 mutual friends, but you don't find 3 mutual enemies. For example, in this, if you see, and these 3 are 3 mutual friends, but in this you don't find 3 mutual enemies, correct? But here is an example where you find both. Now we will attempt a proof using pigeonhole principle. As always, let's make a couple of observations. With that, we may be able to apply a pigeonhole principle. I have to come up with a scheme. To come up with a scheme to identify what are pigeons, what are pigeonholes, and do they really differ by 1, I have to come up with a couple of observations. So you fix a person. So fix a person Pi in this group. So now with respect to Pi, you look at how many friends that this person can have and how many enemies that he can have. For example, you fix a person, and now you see that with respect to this group, he is having an edge to these 2, which means number of friends is 2, number of enemies is 1, 2, 3 with respect to this person. With respect to this person, 1, 2, 3 are basically friends, these 2 are enemies. So you fix a person and see how many friends and how many enemies are possible. So there are 6 people, 1 person you have fixed, so you can have 5 friends, and there are only 5 other people, so which means you cannot have enemies. and he is adjacent to everyone else. Or he is having 4 friends, only 1 enemy, or 3 friends, 2 enemies, or 2 friends, 3 enemies. Please note, sum is add up to 5. Or he is having only 1 friend, 4 of them are enemies. He doesn't have friends at all, and all of them are enemies. So these are all the possible values. So you fix a person with respect to Pi, number of friends of Pi are 5. If that's the case, number of enemies of Pi or number of friends of Pi. Similarly, number of enemies of Pi. And it is 0. In case if it is 4, then number of enemies is 1, which means you get 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 4 and 0, 5. Correct? Yeah. Now, you see a clear observation here. You see that you get to see at least 3 enemies, 3, 4, 5, or at least 3 friends. Correct? Similar thing we have seen before. The second principle was saying you have n pigeons and m pigeon holes. Usually number of pigeons is more. Then what is that we said? Then we said there exists a pigeon hole with how many pigeons are there? N of them. Distribute them among n by m. There exists a pigeon hole with seal of n by m pigeons. Correctly, yeah? That's really what you see over here. You fix a person and you have 5 of them. That 5 you are trying to distribute them into 2 pigeon holes. So 5 people or pigeons. You have 2 pigeon holes. What are they? One pigeon hole is labeled friends. Another one is labeled enemies. This implies that there exists a pigeon hole with 5 by 2 at least, right? At least this much. So you find either this or this. It's not both, right? You find a pigeon hole containing at least 3 friends or at least 3 enemies. And that's precisely our pigeonhole principle 2. Or you can also list, if you list, one can see this observation. Fine. Now with this we will bring in the scheme and to complete the induction. To complete the pigeonhole principle. Case 1. How many? There are at least 3 friends. With respect to Pi, you are falling into this case. Correctly, yeah? Now, listen carefully. So you have a person Pi. That person is having at least 3 friends. So let that be A, B, C. See, it is friends, so which is why I am drawing this H. It's at least 3, so we may have more also. Okay, we may have more also, but 3 is enough to complete our PHP argument. Okay, now listen. There are 3 of them, right? Now I am saying, suppose there exists at least one edge. suppose there exists an edge between either AB or BC or AC. So in this 3, you find 2 friends. Suppose there exists a friend pair in A, B, C. Without loss of generality, you assume it is B and C. Suppose there exists a friend pair. I mean, they are a pair of friends, right? That's what I meant here. This implies Pi, B, C. They are basically 3 mutual friends. Along with Pi, BC, they form 3 mutual friends. Suppose there exists a friend pair. This is not true. What does that mean? There does not exist a friend pair in ABC. There does not exist a friend pair in ABC. What is that picture? You have Pi, you have A, you have B, you have C. No edges at all. Between AB, no. Between BC, no. Between AC, no. What does that mean? That shows that A, B, C are 3 mutual enemies. Among these 3, no edge at all. There does not exist a friend pair in ABC, which means ABC forms 3 mutual enemies. That's what we want. So in case 1, we see that you get to see 3 mutual friends or 3 mutual enemies. And fix a person, and there are 3 mutual friends. And to prove that there are 3 mutual friends, fix a person, and we are in the case where you have at least 3 friends. So Pi to A, Pi to B, Pi to C. Suppose there exists a friend pair in ABC. Without loss of generality, assume that it is BC. Then Pi BC gives you 3 mutual friends. And what is the other one? If this is not true, then none of them are adjacent. None of the pairs in ABC are adjacent, which means no friend pair at all. Then ABC forms 3 mutual enemies. Correct? And very interesting line. Okay. Then what is case 2? So case 2 says at least 3 enemies. Correct? So you fix Pi. Pi is not having edges. I am drawing using dotted line. He is not having edge to A, B, C. So like the way we did here, suppose there exists, there exist enemy pair in ABC. For example, without loss of generality, you assume BC is an enemy pair. This implies that Pi, B, C, that's precisely 3 mutual enemies. And suppose this is false, what is the other case? AB is not between them, there is no edge, so there is no enmity between them. BC, no enmity. AC also no, which means if you look at these 3, then A, B, C are 3 mutual friends when there does not exist enemy pair in ABC. No enemy pair at all. You pick AB, they are friends. BC, they are friends. AC, they are friends. Which means they are three mutual friends. So we are done. So with very interesting observation, we were able to complete the proof. Okay. So let me repeat the key things. So you look at any group of 6, you see that 3 mutual friends or 3 mutual enemies. You may find a group where only you find 3 mutual enemies. Find a group where 3 mutual friends, or you may find a group where both are possible. So to complete the proof, you fix a person. With respect to that, look at number of friends and number of enemies. So the possible values are 5, 0, 4, 1 and so on. You see that this can be split into two cases. In one case, PI is having at least 3 enemies. In the other case, PI is having at least 3 friends. Look at the first case. In the first case where you have at least 3 friends. So PI is having friendship with A, B and C. Suppose you find a friend pair among this. Then with that together PI you get 3 mutual friends. Without loss of generality, assume BC is a friend pair. Then PI BC is precisely what we need. That this is not true implies that none of them are having friendship, which means ABC are basically 3 mutual enemies. On the similar line, look at the case where there are 3 mutual enemies. PI not having friendship with A, B followed by C. If you find an enemy pair, then PI together BC gives you 3 mutual enemies. And this is not true, implies that all 3 are mutually adjacent. So in a group of 6, you see this. Over here also it is at least 3, over here also it is at least 3. So it may so happen that you may have a group where all 6 are friends. That's possible. You may have a group where all 6 are enemies. For example, here is a group where all 6 are enemies, and here is a group where all 6 are friends. So anything is possible. You may have a group where there are 2 enemies. So all are possible. Fine. So it only says at least 3 mutual friends, at least 3 mutual enemies. And this result or the claim was discovered by Ramsay. He is a great mathematician. There is a theory in his name. Like this, there are plenty of examples. For example, suppose I want to ask what is the number in a group of x people, what is the value of x such that there exist at least 4 mutual friends or 4 mutual enemies. What is the least value of x for which you can find 4 mutual friends and 4 mutual enemies? What is the least value of x for which one can find 4 mutual friends and 3 mutual enemies? For example, this claim itself, is this true when the number of people is say 5? And what is the minimum value for which this result is true? So he looked at examples of this kind. It's a very powerful theory, quite interesting. And please take a look at the scribe. You will see similar problems of this type.